Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. Before we begin, a quick look at the headlines. Meghalaya launches National Human Papilloma Virus Vaccination Campaign at Ganesh Das Hospital. Suspected meningococcal case, not an outbreak, says State Health Department. National Science Day celebrated at Tura Science Center. Students from various schools and colleges participates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches nationwide human papilloma virus vaccination drive for 14-year-old girls in Ajmer, Rajasthan. And Meghalaya bags 2 medals at the NTPC Khelo India Northeast Zone Archery Tournament 2026. The news in detail, and first the local news. Meghalaya on Saturday launched the National Human Papilloma Virus or the HPV vaccination campaign at Ganesh Das Hospital, coinciding with the national rollout led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The state-level program was led by Ramakrishna Chituri, Additional Secretary, Health and Family Welfare and Mission Director of NHM, in the presence of senior officials and healthcare professionals. In Meghalaya, cases have risen sharply from 27 in 2020-21 to 332 in 2025-26, underscoring the need for preventive measures like HPV vaccination. Chituri lauded health workers for reaching remote and inaccessible areas while acknowledging vaccine hesitancy in certain pockets.
Time saves 9. Vaccine is exactly the same. Once we take the vaccine, 99% of the time we are protected. That means a lot of time which we spend going to hospitals, a lot of money which we spend for treatment, we will be able to save them and we will be able to invest them in our future. So I would request all the parents, all the public who are present here, and I would reassure you have seen our girl children taking the vaccine, and they are here now. Like the half an hour observation time is also over, and you can see like they are just smiling as they were just before taking the vaccination.
The State Health Department on Saturday stated that the suspected meningococcal bacterial infection cases at Assam Regimental Centre in Shillong appear to be sporadic in nature and not an outbreak. Ramakrishna Chituri, Additional Secretary, Health and Family Welfare and Mission Director of NHM, said there is no reason to panic as the department has intensified surveillance in certain pockets and is closely monitoring the situation. Though laboratory reports are still awaited, he downplayed fears of a wider spread. The statement comes after 2 trainee Agniveers undergoing training at the Assam Regimental Centre reportedly died due to suspected meningococcal infection.
As of now, the situation looks like the reported ones are sporadic incidents rather than any outbreak of infection, because we are getting surveillance. We have surveillance in place, and we have surveillance in different pockets, and so far there is no reason to panic, and there are no cases as well. These also looks like sporadic infections. We are still awaiting the blood culture reports, but so far actually there is no growth of organisms seen in the blood culture. So far it's almost more than 7 to 72 hours, I guess. So the report will also be expected in the next 1 or 2 days. So, and from the health department side, we are ensuring the sufficient stock of prophylactic medicines and all, just to be ready. But right now the situation seems like these are sporadic cases.
The Meghalaya Science Society celebrated National Science Day today at Tura Science Centre, with dignitaries, professors and students from various schools and colleges participating in the program. Florina Boro, ADC West Garo Hills, attended the event and delivered an inspiring address commemorating the Raman effect. She encouraged students to develop scientific temper and curiosity, with special emphasis on promoting inclusiveness and greater participation of women in science. Father Honorius S. Sangma, SDB Salesian Provincial and Principal of Don Bosco College, Tura, also spoke on the importance of nurturing scientists and entrepreneurs while highlighting the value of arts in fostering imagination and leadership.
Whatever question you have, you should ask your teachers. So when you question, there is a discovery. So for example, taking the example of Isaac Newton, scientist Isaac Newton. So how he discovered gravitational force? While he was sitting under the apple tree, he found that the apple fall on his head, but it did not go up. So his query was like, why it has come down, right? So you should have that. If you want to really pursue with science and become a scientist, so you should question.
The Catholic Association of Nongstoin Diocese has strongly condemned alleged insulting remarks made by Sunil Diodhar against the Christian community. During a press conference held in Nongstoin on Friday, the association expressed deep sorrow over the statement, calling it irresponsible and divisive. President Whiting Mausor said such remarks could create unnecessary division within the Khasi Panar community, stressing that despite religious differences, they remain united as brothers. General Secretary Bornat Im Yong and other leaders were present at the press meet.
Sunil Dio Dahar Hakashnong Usla Benter is Khasi Hills Hakabau Lakren Tomet Ya Kibalang Kristan Baro Akanikari Khasi Kajumi Nangta Kumjuru Ba Ubrio Ula Kantoru Ya ki Bumla Ban Pediang
78 youths from the third batch successfully completed a 7-day disaster preparedness and response training program under the Yuva Abda Mitra scheme, YAMS, at Ribhoi College. The training was organized by the District Disaster Management Authority. Volunteers from various colleges across Ribhoi district received comprehensive theoretical and practical training on emergency response, rescue techniques and disaster preparedness. Officials from the Disaster Management Department and Civil Defense, Nongpo, conducted sessions with special focus on responding to natural calamities such as floods and earthquakes. The valedictory program was attended by B. Rani, ADC of Ribhoi, Dr. E. Kharkongor, Principal of Ribhoi College, among others.
So I hope that the 7-day training that you have undergone has benefited you a lot. It is also equally delightful to listen to the testimony of the 2 volunteers who have undergone training in this last batch. I can see that you are filled with a different sense of awareness, a different sense of discipline, a different sense of commitment to your community. So as you all know, I think our officers at the inaugural function must have reviewed the purpose of training our local youth. So in times of disaster, I hope that we all rise to the occasion. It is a bit also surprising that we always have more female volunteers.
The Confederation of Ribhoi People, or the CORP, has appointed a new team of office bearers following the resignation of outgoing President Bandari Rintathiang. Former working President Pateng Mirsing has assumed charge as the new president. The appointment was formalized during a meeting held at the auditorium hall of the Umsning Town Dorbar in Umsning, where the newly elected members were sworn in. The new executive committee includes Juban Swear and Jershom Hutt as vice presidents and Marcus Makri as general secretary, along with other members. The swearing-in ceremony was attended by A.L. Hek, MLA of Pinthor Umkra, as chief guest.
Thank you so much. And I, the Jubilee Corporation, and I, the Jubilee.
Move the me paro, when you don't get move, but keep you unity. But keep you unity. Kimata seeing I could break your power. Ya can make confederation of the people, the Bala smile and see, but she will get clear. And yet, Kakum the president, the name of the eye, the leader was not, but then Sumra, you don't keep one of those now, Hagab, the paro. Mengenai undang executive, ialah gedung legislatif, ini undang executive, ialah gedung lekam kejam, ini undang executive, ialah AJ lekam, ke society dari ke sing, kalau perkumpulan ini, ialah ini betul betul dengan benda kejimah dan benda kalau dengan benda juga imlan kesalahan juga.
The 1917 I-Teams under the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare organized the second edition of the Farmers Market at the parking lot of the Directorate of Fisheries opposite St. Edmund's College on Saturday. Building on the success of its first edition, the market featured fresh strawberries and premium black pepper brought directly by farmers for sale to customers. The initiative continues to provide growers with fair, transparent and direct access to buyers, eliminating middlemen and unstable pricing. Local entrepreneurs also presented innovative food products made from strawberries and black pepper, offering visitors a variety of savory dishes and sweet delights. The Sinjuk Kirangba Shnong San Shnong Manat area, SRS, has expressed dissatisfaction over the black topping of the 5-kilometer PMGSY road from Port Jot to Maubidong village. After inspecting the ongoing construction, SRS President Reddy Shilla told media persons that the organization is not satisfied with the quality of work and fears the road may not be durable due to poor construction. He also pointed out that the road does not extend to the end of Maubidong village as expected. The SRS has urged the Public Works Department, Roads Department to conduct a thorough inspection to ensure quality construction and long-term benefits for residents.
Komen bangilayo I kan ka surok bala poi ha kan ka dong katany ka jangi kan ka surok kadai ya ka ban syakri na ka banta jong ki pajba jong I jong kan ka tany ki badon hadu ar hajar san span ruspa tam ki no ki klibriu jong kan ka tany ka jangi
Me ia kan ka surok ba kam semda biang jaka-jaka ka don ka ba tang su khandrod da ka kijaro bon ki ba long flare kum tu na karpat na kaliang jong kontraktor ba undo ai jumut na kumta kinong trey banda pejbha.
The Federation of Khasi, Jaintia and Garo People Rimulyang Circle has expressed serious concern over the absence of staff at the Langpi Health Sub-Center despite the building being completed in 2022. On Friday, members of the organization visited the sub-center after an executive meeting at Langpi and found the facility lying vacant and overgrown with vegetation. FKJGP Rimulyang Circle President Serbilin Lingdor said the situation reflects neglect of the area, noting that many residents frequently suffer from malaria, typhoid and other illnesses. He added that the organization has been demanding the establishment and proper functioning of the sub-center for several years but expressed disappointment that it remains non-operational.
Langpi Health Sub Center ke bala teh hangne ngadu arjar arpuar kelat pendabeka bat hadu mentang yu iba ka klemdon kinong trei ki jongka omdon doktor omdon nos bat kelak kelalong ka yeng ja ka yeng klau kumne ilawan ban pensisa ke sngi ngilap sisa bagane ka yeng kelak sob de ki klang kelak sob de ki sanyum bat ni itu ba kalong yeng ja tikene ka kalong ka e ka basusi yangi kum kadong ka thain khamtam yangi kum ka seng ka bangila juyai dawa ngadu ki por ki ba menswa.
Moving on to the stories from the Northeast. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Saturday launched the BJP's Jan Ashirwad Yatra at Dekia Juli in Assam, marking the beginning of a major outreach program aimed at connecting with the public ahead of upcoming political engagements. Addressing party workers and supporters, Sarma highlighted the government's commitment to development, welfare initiatives and public safety. The event witnessed participation from senior BJP leaders, party workers and local residents, showing enthusiastic crowds welcoming the Chief Minister during the launch program. Moving on to the national stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a nationwide campaign for human papilloma virus or the HPV vaccination for 14-year-old girls in Ajmer, Rajasthan. The drive was formally initiated by administering the HPV vaccine to 5 girls at the event. During the program, the Prime Minister also inaugurated, dedicated and laid the foundation stone for multiple development projects worth over 16,000 crore rupees across the state. Additionally, he distributed appointment letters to more than 21,000 newly selected youths in various departments of the Rajasthan government. Addressing the gathering, PM Modi said the nationwide HPV vaccination campaign as a significant step towards safeguarding the health and well-being of young girls and strengthening women's welfare initiatives across the country.
गर्भावस्था के दौरान कुपोषण माताओं के जीवन के लिए बहुत बड़ा खतरा होता था। हमने सुरक्षित मातृत्व के लिए योजना चलाई, मां को पोषक आहार मिले, इसके लिए 5,000 रुपया बहनों के खाते में जमा करने की योजना शुरू की। मां धुएं में खांसती रहती थी, लेकिन उब तक नहीं करती थी। हमने कहा ये नहीं चलेगा और इसलिए उज्ज्वला गैस योजना बनी। ये सब इसलिए संभव हुआ क्योंकि भाजपा सरकार सत्ता भाव से नहीं, संवेदनशीलता के साथ काम करती है।
Now let's have a look at the international stories. and the United States have launched coordinated military strikes against multiple Iranian military targets, with explosions reported across several cities, including the capital, Tehran. Iran's airspace has been closed and sirens sounded as blasts shook urban areas. The Israeli military says it is conducting a broad offensive against key Iranian regime facilities in western Iran, describing the operation as necessary to neutralize imminent threats. Iran has responded with its own missile and drone attacks towards Israeli and US positions in the region. India has issued an advisory urging all Indian nationals in Israel to exercise utmost caution and remain vigilant in view of the prevailing security situation in the region. The Embassy of India in Israel has advised Indian citizens to strictly follow safety guidelines and instructions issued by Israeli authorities and the Home Front Command. Indian nationals have been urged to stay close to designated shelters and familiarize themselves with the nearest protected spaces in their area of residence or workplace. They have also been advised to avoid all non-essential travel within Israel until further notice. And coming up are the sports news. Meghalaya's campaign at the NTPC Khelo India Northeast Zone Open Archery Tournament 2026 concluded with 1 gold and 1 bronze as the state narrowly missed another podium finish on the final day. Naki Bansharai Khonghat finished 4th in the women's compound division after narrowly losing the bronze playoff to Smriti Sharma of Assam by 1-4-4, 1-1. In the recurve events earlier, Devraj Mohapatra clinched gold while Vivek Sunar secured bronze. Haipormi Wanyang finished 4th. Manipur dominated the men's compound category, claiming all 3 podium spots. Director of Sports and Youth Affairs Dicky D. Shira attended the closing ceremony as chief guest, while Olympian and Arjuna awardee Chekro Volo Sworo was the guest of honor. Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was recorded at 15 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 25 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity 39%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 9 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 19 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity 50%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature was 9 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 18 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity is 50%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says partly cloudy sky most likely to occur. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. Meghalaya launches National Human Papilloma Virus Vaccination Campaign at Ganesh Das Hospital. Suspected meningococcal cases not an outbreak, says State Health Department. National Science Day celebrated at Tura Science Centre. Students from various schools and colleges participates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches nationwide human papilloma virus vaccination drive for 14-year-old girls in Ajmer, Rajasthan. And Meghalaya bags 2 medals at the NTPC Khelo India Northeast Zone Archery Tournament 2026. That's all we have in the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for more news update. Until then, thank you for watching and good night. you.